And this is Ken Kraetzer for Sons of the American Legion Radio. We're covering Army football. Black Knights had a huge win against our rival Navy on Saturday, 15-0 at Michie Stadium, getting ready to play for the Commander-in-Chief Trophy on Saturday against another arch rival, that being the Air Force Academy. Army defense had a superb day on Saturday, and we have a chance to talk with one of the Army linebackers, and that is number 53, Arik Smith from Bowie, Maryland. Arik, how are you today? How is practice out in the cold weather today?
Doing all right. It's definitely a switch up from some of the warmer weather we've been having the past couple of weeks, and it came quick, but we're doing all right.
Yeah, I used to, I still miss not being able to be up there with you guys and for practice, but hopefully next year. Arik, just your overall impression of Saturday's win. I mean, the defense made so many plays: the goal line stand, the safety, the fumble recovery. You held Navy to 108 yards rushing. What was your overall impression about how the defense played?
I think we played extremely focused on our job because what you'll see throughout the years, this game is a game of kind of like attrition. Who gives up the first. There are a lot of downs and a lot of series that just the ball turned over and there was no scores. But it was ultimately our focus on our job, our assignment, and doing that correctly to get them off the field each time until the offense could produce points and until we could produce points as well.
Yeah, you guys were doing a great job on stopping third down plays. Now let's go through the sequence in the third quarter after Navy quarterback Xavier Arline went 52 yards. Cedrick Cunningham stops him on the 2-yard line. First down, and I got a feeling everybody was involved with these tackles. It's first and goal, and Nelson Smith, fullback for Navy, gets the call. And that was a play Amadeo West and Nick Stokes got credit on. What did you see happening?
That was a play. It was a blitz play for me, and I blitzed, but it was a wide hitting play, and I had to come back. So I didn't really see it until the ball had kind of passed me. But I was running downfield, and I saw him running. I saw somebody coming out the corner, and of course that was Cedrick. He made the tackle, and I think everybody on the defense was happy because that was a big play for us, stopping from getting it.
Sure. And then second and goal and 1, and Nelson Smith, the Navy fullback, gets the ball again. And that was a play that you made. You had the tackle on it. Tell us about the play, if you would.
I believe that was a blitz as well. But the thing is it was a zone to where the line was completely mixed up in the middle, so there was no defined hole. So I just kind of slid over the top, and everybody kind of submarining, doing the job, allowed me to make the play over the top.
Yeah. Third down was a play that John Radican made the great play, stopping the quarterback Xavier Arline right on the 1-yard line. His knee went down. You could see it on television that his knee went down about the 1.5 yard line, and he didn't stretch the ball over the goal line before his knee was down. What was your view of that play when John Radican was able to make the tackle?
I had just changed an adjustment in the call from a boundary call to a field call, and I was kind of getting set when the ball snapped, and I took a few steps to the left to go get the gap that I was assigned to, and before I knew it, John had been behind the line and he got the guy. I thought he got scored at first, but of course after I looked at the big board, we saw that he didn't.
Yeah, that's great. And then really a great moment. 4th and goal from the 1. Nelson Smith, the Navy fullback, gets the call again. And this time, again, Amadeo West, John Radican were involved. What was your view? That must have been a great moment when you saw that Smith wasn't going to get over the goal line.
Yeah, that was another. It was a double reduction. The whole line, our whole defensive line was kind of crashing in on both sides, and we knew that they were trying to come over the top of the line. So we tried to get everybody who wasn't making sure that the front line didn't gain any distance into the goal line to get over top and push back. And I think that definitely worked. He didn't get over the line.
Well, that's going to be a sequence that Army football fans and will remember for decades to come. It was so pivotal to the game to keep Navy from going ahead, and It really was a big moment. Tell us a little bit about your year. Tell us a little bit about your academic year this so far. It must be good to have just gotten done with exams.
Academically, this year has been pretty tough for me, and I have a much heavier workload, probably about 20 credit hours.
Wow.
Been a challenge figuring out how to manage my time and do as well as I do at football, because playing and playing the teams that we do, especially when we come to rivalry weeks, it takes a lot of focus and concentration on figuring out what your job is and how to best execute it. But also you have to focus on things like tests and other things like that. I still have a final even this week, the week of the Air Force game, but it's just a big time management thing, and I think I've found a way over the last 2 semesters that I'm actually dealing with classes that pertain to my major, that I've figured out how to do it.
Well, you are, I can tell you're very analytical and you're very committed to success in both academics and in football. It's great to see. Getting set for Air Force this week. You still have one exam you mentioned, but what is it like? What are you working on with your teammates for the Air Force game?
Kind of a lot of the same stuff that we just did this past week. They're very similar teams. They have certain different schemes, but very similar nonetheless. Basically, just figuring out our assignments to everything that they can throw at us, figuring out our assignment and what we have to do in order to stop them.
Is it different now because, like, going into the Navy game, you had a couple of weeks off. This time you're playing back-to-back 2 very good opponents. Is that a difference, or do you feel like you're in sync and just want to get out there and play another game?
It's a little bit of difference, but not a big difference, because the last game that we came off of for Navy wasn't exactly, it was the same offense in the fact that they were a triple option team, but it was a little bit different scheme. The fact that we've been preparing for Navy for the last 3 weeks before we play that game, and it rolls into this game, really makes it easier because they're very similar teams with very similar schemes.
Very good. Arik Smith, great to talk with you. Congratulations on a big win over Navy, and best wishes on the game Saturday against Air Force as you play for the Commander-in-Chief Trophy and the coveted visit to the White House. Great to chat with you today, and best wishes from everybody at the American Legion.
All right, thank you.
Good to see you. This is Ken Kraetzer for Sons of the American Legion Radio. We're covering Army football.